Ever wondered how a day in the life of a tech enthusiast looks like? Well, no need to wonder anymore, because today we're going to take you on a unique adventure. A day filled with lines of code, the thrill of learning, and the satisfaction of creating. We'll kick things off with a deep dive into a JavaScript project. Then we'll explore the fascinating world of blockchain technology, specifically looking at an oracle's role in the ecosystem. But that's not all. We'll also flex our problem-solving muscles by tackling some data structures and algorithms. And to wrap things up, we'll delve into the practical world of Node.js, building some APIs from scratch. So, are you ready to dive into a day filled with learning and creating? Here we go. First stop, JavaScript and a classic game of Minesweeper. Today, we dived headfirst into the world of JavaScript, tackling a project that's both nostalgic and enlightening, a Minesweeper game. This project served as an excellent platform to explore and understand some key JavaScript concepts. Now let's talk about setter and getter methods. In JavaScript, setters and getters are special methods used to define object accessors. Setters help us set the property values, and getters allow us to access those property values. They provide a robust way of controlling how data is accessed and modified in an object, ensuring code reliability and integrity. In our Minesweeper game, the setter method was used to set the location of the mines, while the getter method was used to retrieve the state of each cell on the grid, whether it's a mine or a safe spot. It's a simple and elegant way to manage the game's logic. Next, we delved into manipulating data keys in HTML. Data keys, also known as data attributes, allow us to store extra information directly within the HTML without having to use other means like CSS classes or JavaScript variables. In our project, we use data keys to store the state of each cell in the Minesweeper grid. For instance, we set the data attribute datamine to either true or false, depending on whether a cell contains a mine or not. Then, during the game, we can easily retrieve this information using JavaScript and update the game state accordingly. This approach provides a seamless connection between our HTML and JavaScript, making the game development process smoother. And that's the Minesweeper project, challenging but also rewarding. Working on this project was a great exercise in understanding JavaScript's capabilities and learning to apply these concepts in a practical scenario. It's a testament to the fact that with a bit of code, you can bring to life a game as intriguing as Minesweeper. So let's keep coding, keep exploring, and keep creating. Next on the agenda, the fascinating world of blockchain. Now, within the blockchain ecosystem, there's an intriguing concept known as an oracle. An oracle, in the context of blockchain, is not a mystic who can see the future, but is just as important. It serves as a bridge between the blockchain and the real world, transporting data from external sources to smart contracts on the blockchain. See, smart contracts are automated contracts that execute themselves when certain conditions are met. They're like vending machines. You put something in, something else comes out. Simple, right? But here's the catch. Smart contracts live on the blockchain, and they can't access data from the outside world on their own. They're like a computer without an internet connection. That's where oracles come in. They fetch real-world data and feed it to the smart contracts. This could be anything from temperature data for a weather-based contract to the latest stock prices for a financial contract. They're the eyes and ears of smart contracts, allowing them to interact with the world beyond the blockchain. Oracles are crucial for smart contract development as they expand the scope of what smart contracts can do. They allow for complex contracts that can react to real-world events, making the blockchain more adaptable and useful. But remember, with great power comes great responsibility. Since smart contracts rely on oracles for information, the accuracy and reliability of the oracle is crucial. A faulty or dishonest oracle could lead to incorrect contract execution, which could have serious consequences. It's like feeding incorrect data into a computer program. Garbage in, garbage out. So as you can see, oracles play a critical role in the blockchain ecosystem. They bridge the gap between the blockchain and the real world, enabling smart contracts to become more dynamic and responsive. They're a bit like the unsung heroes of the blockchain world, working behind the scenes to make everything run smoothly. And that's a wrap on blockchain for today, a complex but fascinating field. Moving on to a critical aspect of programming, data structures and algorithms, or DSA. Today, in the realm of DSA, I took on some fascinating problems that truly put my skills to the test. However, before we delve into the details, let's take a moment to appreciate the significance of DSA. It's like the backbone of programming, equipping us with the ability to handle complex problems and design efficient solutions. So, what was on the menu today, you might ask? Well, I started my day with stack sorting. Stacks, as you might know, follow a last-in, first-out structure. It's like a stack of pancakes where you always take the one on top first. Sorting a stack might seem simple at first glance, but it's a complex process that requires a good understanding of the stack's nature. Following that, I moved to the realm of queues, implementing onQ and dequeue operations using stacks. A queue, unlike a stack, follows a first-in, first-out structure. It's like waiting in line for your favorite ice cream. The first one in line gets served first. Implementing onQ, add a new element to the end of the queue, and dequeue, remove an element from the front of the queue. Operations using stacks was a fun challenge that I thoroughly enjoyed. In the process, I realized that DSA is not just about solving problems. It's about understanding the problem, breaking it down, and then designing a solution. It's a journey that takes you through the highs and lows, the trials and triumphs, and ultimately leads you to a solution that works. It's always a challenge, but the satisfaction you get when you crack a tough problem, absolutely priceless. So that was my day in the world of data structures and algorithms. DSA, always a challenge, but incredibly satisfying when you solve those tough problems. Last, but certainly not least, let's dive into some Node.js. Today, we're focusing on something incredibly important in the world of web development, CRUD operations. That's create, read, update, and delete, the four basic functions that drive many of the applications you use every day. Now, we're not just talking about this in theory. Oh no, we're getting our hands dirty. I've been working on an exam management system, and Node.js has been my trusty companion. It's a practical application that really showcases the power of Node.js. The first step in our journey was to create API endpoints. These endpoints are crucial as they define the routes where we can manipulate our data. So, we rolled up our sleeves and built these endpoints to handle the creation of a new exam, reading the details of existing exams, updating the information of an exam, and finally, deleting an exam. It sounds simple, but there's a lot going on behind the scenes. Each endpoint needs to interact with the database, perform the required operation, and then provide a response. And all of this has to happen swiftly and efficiently because nobody likes to wait, right? As we moved through each operation, the beauty of Node.js really started to shine. Its non-blocking, event-driven architecture allows for efficient handling of requests, even when they come in thick and fast. And with the help of Express.js, a minimal and flexible Node.js web application framework, we were able to build our API with ease. But the real magic happened when we started testing our API. Seeing the data being created, read, updated, and deleted right before our eyes was nothing short of exhilarating. It's like watching a well-oiled machine, humming along, doing exactly what it's supposed to do. And that's Node.js for you, a powerful tool for building APIs. It's a testament to the beauty of code, where a few lines can create something that has the potential to drive an entire application. So, whether you're a budding developer or a seasoned pro, Node.js is definitely a skill worth having in your arsenal. What a day it's been, full of learning and creating. From diving into JavaScript for the Minesweeper project, exploring the intriguing world of blockchain and oracles, to tackling challenging problems in data structures and algorithms, and finally creating practical CRUD API endpoints using Node.js. Every moment has been a step forward in this journey of continuous learning. Each challenge faced, each problem solved, every line of code written adds up to this incredible adventure in the world of programming and technology. And the joy of creating, the satisfaction of seeing your work come to life is simply unparalleled. Remember, every day is a new opportunity to learn, to create, to grow. Embrace it, dive into it, and most importantly, enjoy it. Because that's what this journey is all about: learning, creating, and enjoying the process. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you in the next vlog.